Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Come Chat as I Die in Minecraft. So, I'm going to be looking for the ancient city tonight there. I think I'd better share the screen. That probably helps. So, yeah, now let's see if this is sharing properly. Yep, it is. So, this is where we just hang out, chill. We talk about whatever. I actually just recently watched an episode of Star Trek Enterprise, and it's the only ever time we ever see the Organians. And even in that episode, I will stick with it that the Organians are a bunch of dicks. I mean, they knew they're hanging out on this planet here that was filled with a silicon. What was it? Silicon based virus that every person who comes in contact with it dies, and then and they just sit there and let the people die to see how each different species handles the thing. There, I mean, oh, that's not what he wanted. So, so basically, they just sat there and watched people die, even though they had a cure for it, the disease, and then they were sitting there letting them die. I mean, but yet in TOS, we get to see them stop a whole war that will devastate the quadrant there just because it was against their self interest to have the war. Where the hell were they during like the Dominion War or the Zakethi Wars or even the Cardassian War? But no, since it wasn't in their backyard, they're going out of their lengths to stop the Klingon Federation War, but they wouldn't go out of their way to stop any other war. There. So, wait, that's not what I want. See what I'm doing is I want the zombies and that or in the mobs near this thing here, so we can generate some skulk. Cause I want a crap ton of it. That plus is just more fun that way. That's kind of pretty cool. That turns that all into skulk. Hey, yeah, I'm up to a level 23 hunter. Uh, all right. I gotta use up lepus. Okay. Damn it. That's not what I want. I don't want. Well, I got one silk touch, so that's good enough for me. So, oh, wrong button. Oh, I'm gonna need armor. Yeah, I think we built this little cubby holes here. Like this is our tool shed where we host all our tools. Oh, I forgot. I gotta do something with that ceiling. Oh, if anybody's backstage. Nope, no one's backstage. This is our little armory. This is our sugarcane farm. But I'm gonna build some armor before we go into the looking for the deep for the did I seriously just put like one or two bars of iron in each? There we go. We're gonna need. I'm gonna leave that one behind. Okay, you're in the backstage. All right. Hey, pop
Hello,
culture.
hello. Good to see you. Hello, hello.
Hey there. So, did you hear me talk about the Organians?
No, what is that? Are you talking about Star Trek?
Yeah.
What about it?
I'm going asserting that the Organians are a bunch of dicks.
Now, remind me, which ones are they? Which episode?
They go to the Shepherd's planet. They got to deliver grain. The Klingons show up. They start shooting at each other, but the Organians stop them. They had one of the three main Klingons in it too. I can't remember which one though. Might have been Kang. Oh shit.
Do you remember the name of the episode?
Uh, season 2, I believe.
The Organians stop them and do what?
Well, just because they were affected by it, they made it so that every time they go to shoot their weapons or anything, their hands would heat up and they couldn't touch their consoles at all.
Oh, okay. So that was, you're guessing the second season of TOS?
Yeah, but anyhow, they showed up in Enterprise where they sat there and was watching people die on a planet of a silicon virus, even though they had a cure on it because they wanted to see how different species reacted to death.
Okay. That sounds like a reference to the Germans.
This was 2005.
Right, but that was experiments that the Germans did during World War II on people. They did a lot of experiments like that to see what it would take to kill people.
Yeah,
I don't want to say the N word, but yeah, the nasties, I'll put it that way.
yeah.
Well, so far so good. Your sound quality. Oh, by the way, did my mic drop out this my last stream like it did last week?
No.
So it was a lot better.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So yeah, there was a few things that I tried. I rebooted my computer ahead of time. I shut down some operations that were going on, so I think that might have helped.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I've
it
tied
just
down the microphone.
I think tying down the microphone might have been the biggest thing.
Here's what it is. All right. I have a USB mic, but my laptop only has two USB ports. And if I plug that mic directly into the laptop, it is so wide, the adapter, that it takes up both ports. So I bought a little USB hub that I hook up. So I basically have the mic plugged into a hub, plugged into the laptop. And that hub, where it plugs in, is kind of loose. I think that might be what the problem is. So that's why
Yeah.
I kind of tied it down, and I think it was much better this time. I feel bad about last week.
Oh, it's plausible.
I'm surprised Resolute Germ's not here.
He doesn't like Minecraft. Plus, it's pretty late for him.
Or he might be getting ready for tomorrow, too.
Yeah, dude. He was on the Stranger Things one.
So what do you have left to cook? What's for dinner for you tomorrow altogether?
I'm gonna have turkey, stuffing, gravy, and dumplings.
Do you do all the cooking yourself?
Well, I'm gonna be the only one here, so yeah.
Uh,
My sister's going someplace. My other sister has to work. My parents are 200 miles away.
what about your son?
And he'll be here in the morning, but Marissa's taking him in the afternoon.
So does he get to eat twice?
I guess so, but he'll probably
Lucky
only eat the
kid.
turkey.
Okay. What are you gonna do for dessert?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I have plenty of food the way it is.
When I
Okay, you
was
see.
at the,
Oh,
go
sorry.
ahead.
Go ahead.
I
No,
was just
finish
gonna
what
say
you-
when I was at the store yesterday, I thought about getting a pie or something sweet, and I said, "I'll forget it."
Yeah, I'm not a big pie fan, but here is what we refer to as the deep dark tier, and this black stuff is called skunk. And you can only mine it with the special tool and all that. I'm grabbing a skunk catalyst right now, but
Okay.
that'll create it. But every time like a mob dies here, these if you see my inventory, there's a catalyst there. Every time mob dies down by one that's planted down, it turns the blocks into the skulk stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
But what I'm looking for is ancient city.
Okay.
I'm just hoping
Yeah,
I don't run into the warden too many times.
I tried to watch Black Adam again, and I can't. I don't like that movie. I think it's The Rock. I just don't. Excuse me. I don't like The Rock.
I haven't seen it. I don't really watch that much Marvel stuff anyhow.
Well, it used to be good. Marvel used to make good movies, but that's DC. But it's still. But now that I think about it, I've never been able to watch any of his movies. I just don't like the man. I remember the few movies that I tried to watch. I watched for the special effects, like Rampage. I tried to watch that because I used to play the video game. I couldn't sit through it because of him. I can't stand him. And I remember that earthquake he did movie, that earthquake, San Andreas, I think maybe. Couldn't sit through it. I just don't like him. So yeah, I don't like him as Black Adam. That's too bad. And of course, needless to say, Wakanda Forever. I'm not going to watch it all. So screw them.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that got past the producers.
What part?
The one with that let's just say is very racist towards people of Hispanic descent.
Well, why not? I mean, they were racist towards white people and Asians. So what's wrong with Hispanics? The only people
I,
they seem to like are black people now for some reason.
yeah, I
Haven't
still
you
get.
noticed? Right, but haven't you noticed that in Hollywood now it's okay for black people to be racist against everybody? Well, I don't want to get this stream stricken.
Yeah, and I just kind of wanted to keep it positive too tonight.
Yeah, but yeah, if you notice in Hollywood, there seems to be a trend going on right now where one race can get away with anything they want. But it doesn't matter. The viewers are smarter than that. That movie's not going to do well. So did you hear about the latest news about Avatar?
I can't believe they made another one.
He already shot 2 and 3.
Yeah, but it's like why now instead of when it was popular?
I know. Even he realized that. What's his name? James Cameron, the director, Mr. Ego himself, did an interview, and he admitted. He said, "Yeah, he thinks that it's one. He said it's one of the biggest gambles, and he doesn't think it's going to turn out." But here's what he said: They spent. You ready for this one? Almost. It's the most expensive movie ever. Almost $400 to $500 million on that movie. What do you think? So they said it has. In order just to break even, it needs to make $2 billion at the box office. And that'll never happen.
Just to break even?
Just to break even before it even makes a profit.
That sounds like someone's gonna get fired.
Well, he's not going to get fired. It's just that he won't make any more movies. You know,
What's
in
the
Hollywood,
difference?
in Hollywood, everybody fails upwards. Well, yeah, I thought about that too. Okay, here's what will happen is it's obviously no. I don't think it's going to make $1 billion, but that's my opinion. But I think what will happen is he'll realize, yeah, maybe I did a boo boo. So the question is, will he decide that he no longer will make movies anymore because he can only make big, expensive losers? Or will he say, well, maybe I should go back and do smaller budgeted things? That I don't know. And I don't know if he's capable of that because he's not good at writing scripts. He's only good at special effects.
I think what they'll do is they'll tie his hands down and go, "This is the max you can spend. If you go over budget, you're not gonna get another one shot."
That's possible because that's the problem is because Titanic was so successful, everybody was like, "Oh, really? Yeah, whatever you say, whatever you need, go for it, go for it." And now I think they're regretting it.
Yeah, I bet you. I bet you Black Adam or not Black Adam. What is it? Avatar.
Avatar.
I am gonna go out and I'm gonna guess it's gonna make 600 million. We'll see how close I am.
That's
And
actually what I was thinking too. 500 or 600 million worldwide, which is which would be a big, big disaster for them because that means they'll lose $1.5 billion if that happens.
don't hurt my feelings.
No, but you know what's great about it? I mean, here's the good news. Here's the great news. You know who the big loser is in all this? Disney, because they bought Fox, which owns uh, Avatar. So basically, Disney's the one to lose the money. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, so it's Disney. Oh,
Yeah. Yes.
well, they actually might break even with it on by putting it on Disney Plus and stuff.
I don't
I
think
didn't.
so.
I didn't realize it was a Disney Plus thing,
No, not Disney Plus.
or not
Disney.
Disney. But I didn't realize it was a Disney thing. They might have. It's hard to say because everybody acts like they're pissed off with Disney, but they somehow keep building movies.
Well, because they have some very deep pockets, and they have some very, really, very big, rich organizations out there who want to put the message across and social re-engineer everybody, and they're willing to lose the money. That's the reason why they bought the biggest profitable franchises like Star Wars and Marvel and Pixel. Is they're hoping to reprogram everybody, which is sad.
No, they're gonna be no. I don't think they're gonna be as successful as they think they are.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. They haven't been so far. Their movies, as you see, and as everybody has all seen, their Phase 4 Marvel isn't doing very well. Their Star Wars is in the dumps. So they ruined all those franchises to where the words list. Did you hear the recent news? You heard that Bob Iger came back to Disney, right? That he fired Bob Paycheck? The
Yeah,
old
I
guy.
heard something about that.
Well, now there's rumors that they may be getting Disney ready to sell to Apple. If anybody's got the money to buy Disney, it'd be Apple.
Or Amazon.
Amazon, yes, they have the money, but I don't know if it would be because you've heard of antitrust lawsuits. I don't know if they could do that if it'd be legal if they would get the approval because that's they're obviously buying up their competition. But the thing is with Apple, the reason why there's a good chance it'll be Apple is first of all, Amazon doesn't need Disney. Amazon's making money as it is. They have their own streaming service. They have their own thing, and they're making money. As you saw, they wasted $1 billion on Lord of the Rings. Hold on.
But they got their money back from that.
Excuse me. No. They lost money. They
Oh,
lost
did they?
money. Yeah.
But I know a ton of people tuned into the first couple episodes.
And then
I thought-
tuned out. Right.
Yeah, but I thought that'd been enough to get their money back from the first.
Oh no. No, not even close. No, in fact, they lost so much money that Amazon, the heads at Amazon said, What the hell happened? And apparently heads are rolling and they fired a lot of the people on the show. And they're gonna go and try to reboot it next season, totally different. And they admitted they made mistakes. So when they admit they make mistakes, you know that they realize.
Yeah, well, with Lord of the Rings, I'm an absolute Lord of the Rings fan there.
Oh, really?
But as soon as anybody said, as soon as they said anybody who doesn't like this show is either racist or bigoted, I was like, oh, well, if I don't watch the show, then I can't not like it. Then I can't be racist.
Well, when you hear the words, if you don't like this, you're racist and you're, what they call it, a phobe and an ist and all this. As soon as you hear that, you know it's a bad show because
Yeah.
they're having to make lies to try to protect it, which means it's a terrible show. Otherwise, they wouldn't do that because they know people will be tuning in. So that's the only time you hear that is when they know it's a bad show. But what I was going to say is Apple. The reason why I can see Apple being in the position to buy Disney is because I mean, not only does Apple have the money, they obviously do, but Apple has its own streaming service, which is not doing very well. Apple Plus, that's a failure pretty much. And Apple's trying to get into the streaming business. So if Apple was to buy Disney, they would have Disney Plus and probably most of Hulu. So it does seem very likely. Pooches, what do you? Now that my dogs are starting to wander around, I wonder if they need to go potty. Well, I'm keeping an eye on them. They usually let me know when they need to go potty. So are you planning on going to see Avatar: The Way of Water when it comes out in a couple weeks?
No.
Same here.
I don't really go to the theaters anymore. I just prefer just to sit at home.
Same here. What's funny is even if somebody came right now and knocked on my door and said, here's a free ticket to Avatar, I'd say no thanks.
Well, if I got a free ticket, then
You still got to pay for the condiments and whatever else you're going to do there. Unless you don't. When I was a kid, when I was younger, I used to sneak in all my candy and whatever I was going to eat, I would have it like a jacket and stick it in my pockets or whatever. Ginger, what are you doing, Pooch? Come on, move, Pooch. I fed them just before I did my stream, so it might be time to take them out to go potty here soon.
Yeah. Well, this thing's gonna be glitching like it is here. I might have to cut this one a little bit short.
When it does this, what do you think the problem is?
I don't know what it is. What
do you have to do to fix it? You have to reboot your computer or what?
Oh no, I was having problems with it for a while there. I don't know what exactly it is.
Is that a glitch right there where you see the little dot in the middle?
No, that's my aiming marker. What happens is like I'll shoot something and it doesn't break, or I got stuff that doesn't break there right away, or it doesn't shoot the arrow right away and stuff. It's like the extreme lag is what it is.
Oh, it's maybe because you're playing the game and streaming at the same time. StreamYard uses a lot of memory, unfortunately.
No, this was happening when I wasn't streaming also.
Okay.
I thought it was a problem with the server at first.
And who did you say has the server that you're logged into?
Jason.
Okay.
I'm trying to find this thing. It's an ancient city. It's in the what we call the deep dark there, and that it's around where all the skulk generates, and it's supposed to have all kinds of cool stuff in it.
Right.
But I can't. They're hard to find.
There's also a report. You've heard of the company that makes toys called Hasbro, right?
Yeah.
I guess they funded the movies like I think Transformers, G.I. Joe, and some other movies that were based on their toys.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they're not doing so well. So the Hasbro company wants to sell off its movie division.
Oh. That'll be a welcoming change.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll make the movies any better. It seems like no matter who buys what, the movies are getting worse and worse and worse. The problem is now everything like Star Wars and Star Trek, they're owned by big corporations who don't care about how good it is. They just want to make money. That's all they care about. And that's the reason why everything's actually getting worse, because the people running the show don't actually care about the product at all anymore. In fact, Disney made that very clear just last week. They had an announcement that came out, I guess, with Marvel. Is they're telling when they hire people to work on Marvel movies, the writers and the producers and directors, they put a stipulation saying never don't hire anybody who has any experience with comics. We want a whole new crowd. Well, that explains why the movies are crap.
Well, the people who are interested in the comics are the ones that are going to go to your movies first.
Exactly. And those are the ones who are going to go to your movies 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And those are the ones who are going to buy the toys. And those are the people that they're shoving out the door and saying, screw you. And that's why they're not selling any of that stuff. Even that Wakanda Forever. The toys are sitting on the shelves. Nobody's buying that garbage.
Yeah.
In fact, it's getting where the toy companies that make that stuff for Disney are telling Disney, screw you, we're not going to make toys anymore. They're driving the toy companies out of business too while they're doing this.
Yeah, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to that some of these companies finally die.
I hope. I agree. Disney is the first one that needs to go. Disney owns so much when it comes to social media, news, stations, everything. They're basically controlling everything that we're being told. The whole narrative. And that's scary and it's not right. They need to be broken up and torn apart by the government.
Yeah, they won't. That won't happen.
Nope, because the corruption is up way too high, higher than that. So they probably own the antitrust lawyers and the judges and all that too as well. Like I said, they own everything now, pretty much. If they don't, they got enough money to buy off whoever it is.
It's always been that way. Look at the Rockefellers and
Yeah.
who's the guy who's the railroad tycoon? What was his name? He pretty much he pretty much owned every railroad east of the Mississippi.
I'm not surprised.
What was his name? I can't think of it right off the top of my head.
And I don't remember. You don't mean like J.P. Morgan, do you?
Oh, that's another one.
Oh, yes.
No, he was a big railroad tycoon. He got all his money in the railroad there. Like
Probably got in and bought everything when it was cheap, and then made a lot of money off of it.
Well, he had the monopoly on it. It was because of Rockefeller, though, that we actually got the anti-monopoly laws.
Well, that was one good thing he did, I guess.
Well, that's because he owned Standard Oil there, and every time a competitor would come down, he dropped his prices down below the cost to take the manufacturer that the item there, drives them out of business.
Of course.
Then he jacks the prices way back up to recoup his money.
Right. Obviously, he's not going to do that because he's a good guy. It's obviously going to do that so he can end up making money in the long run.
Yeah.
So tell me, is stuffing that you do for your turkey, do you cook it separately or do you cook it in the bird?
I don't think the stuffing being smoked will taste very good.
Oh, that's true. I never thought about that. I guess it would probably dry out because it has to smoke for so long, right?
Well, not only that, just it put a weird taste on the stuffing.
Now, what do you use to flavor it for a smoker?
For the turkey?
Yeah.
Oh, I just put a bunch of Worcester sauce on it, and then I'm gonna put some more here on it in a little bit. But then I also use I used my Cabela's Mountain Man bourbon rub.
Say that again.
Mountain Man's bourbon rub.
Is that a powder?
Yeah, it's a dry rub I got from Cabela's.
Okay, cool.
There. Damn good seasoning. Cabela's makes some wonderful seasoning.
Do you use those like cherry wood or those chips that have scented by certain woods and stuff like that for the smoking?
Yeah, but I buy the mixed bag.
Okay, gotcha.
That way I don't have to worry about switching chips and plus they're about half the price of the the actual segregated bags.
So like apple and cherry and stuff like that.
Irish apple, cherry, hickory, mesquite, and all that in it. I'm pretty sure it's just the swept up floor leaves thrown into a bag and sold
Right.
at half price.
I'm not
Uh,
surprised. Now, when you use that, can you actually taste it in the food?
yeah, yeah, you can tell
Oh,
differences in different wood chips and all that depending on
gotcha.
what you're cooking. Uh, but I cook differently than most people, so
I wanted to ask you a question. Do you ever eat bologna?
yeah, occasionally I haven't for a while.
Okay, but do you guys have that brand out there, Bar S, where they
Yeah,
have bologna and like
I buy their hot dogs.
right? Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. So do I. Okay, I went to when I was at the store yesterday. 'Cause I like sandwiches for lunch. When I come, when I stop at the house for work, I want something quick. I want to grab a sandwich and go back to work. Okay, I'm looking at the lunch meat, and you ready for this? The cheapest damned thing. I don't want to cuss, but the cheapest damn thing they had was the Bar S bologna for almost $6.
Holy
Right. So in other words, I guess no more sandwiches for me, right? Forget about
my
salami or ham or turkey or anything else.
my great value one alone. My great value one is like $3 if
Yeah, it
depending
was
on the size of the package.
$5.49 for the Bar S bologna.
How big of a package?
The one thing when you get, I think it's 1 pound,
Oh, 1 pound, six
16
bucks.
ounce, whatever.
Oh, okay. If it's a pound, then that makes that makes a world of difference. I thought you were talking about the small 4 ounce packages.
Are they 4 ounce or well, maybe 4 ounce? I have to look at the package, but it's not very
No,
big.
well, there's a like you get the pounder bags, and then you get like the 5 or 6 ounce bags, 4, 5, 6. So
Either way,
there.
though, I mean, you know what bologna is made out of. So I mean, what? Come on. I mean, it's not even real meat, and they're charging that much for it. I mean, I seriously. Next thing you know, they're going to be selling us dog shit for $10 a pound, and people will be eating it.
Well, ain't that what hot dogs is?
Pretty much.
Jeez.
But like I said, that's why another thing. I was thinking maybe I'll get like I like you say you don't like pies, but sometimes I'll crave like a pumpkin or a cherry pie or
Oh, I
something.
like pumpkin pie.
Well, after seeing the prices, I said, never mind. There were so many things I wanted to buy yesterday that nope, I couldn't. Sliced cheese for my sandwiches. I was like, oh nope, I guess I can't afford that anymore.
You got a Dollar General near you?
We have dollar stores, but here's the thing. All right, I'll give you an example. Like bologna, for example. Like I was saying. Okay, let's say you have I don't know what the pounds are, but let's say it's a 1 pound package of bologna for let's say $5, right? $5 for 1 pound.
Yeah.
When you go to the dollar stores here, right, you might be able to find. Well, by the way, they're not $1 anymore. A lot of them are 2. But when you go to buy a $1 package of bologna, it's 1/5 the size of a 1 pound package. So you're only getting $1 worth. So you
Oh,
don't save a
see,
lot of money when you go to the Dollar Trees here.
what the dollar or wait, Family Dollar is where I got the cheese. It's half the price but the same size.
Oh, I can't find those here. In
Yeah,
fact, now that I think about it, the Dollar Tree, anything that has dollar in the name here, they don't have
oh,
much of a grocery section.
son of a bitch. Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. Died again, huh?
No, I didn't die. I was hoping to get those shriekers and those sensors before the warden showed up.
Oh, okay. Come on, Rocky. Come on up here. Stop staring at me, Pooch. That's how the dogs let me know they want to go out. They just stand there and stare at me.
Yeah, see, I learned that what calls the warden, this thing's a big beast that's hard to kill. But what calls them is the shriekers and the and and the sensors there.
Okay. Now, let me ask you this. While you're playing like this, can other players come and visit you while you're playing, into the area you built?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I haven't seen that yet.
we could hold up to 50 people.
So when are you on that you see other people?
Saturdays for sure. Jason's on a lot.
Now, when you guys are on there, like let's say there's I don't know, like let's say there's 5 of you guys. Can you have tournaments where like you're fighting each other, or you guys are just all building?
Oh yeah. Here, just let me recollect these here, and I'll show you. Because this is what I mostly want. Is these things. So /WB. So let's just go to
That was good. I got a new
there we
viewer
go.
today on Twitch. You know that guy that visited my stream? He said he was on Twitch. He subscribed, and after my stream, I went and looked on Twitch. I now have 1 sub on Twitch.
Yeah. See, here is we got player versus player arenas.
Yeah.
So
Did you build that bridge?
No, this is all Jason's work.
Okay. Now, when you do player versus player, how do you guys attack or fight each other? With what? Your pickaxe or what?
We could use like the one game is the goal is to try to make the other person drop through the hole there, and there's like 3 levels.
So you push them?
No, you mine with the pickaxe. You try to make them fall through the floor.
How do you make them fall? Like you knock out the floor from underneath them, or push them into the hole, or okay?
Yeah. You mine the floor out for them. There's other ones where you can sit there and attack each other. There's all kinds of different. See, if you look at this book here, like we got a couple different mazes, and then there's a creative world where I can test stuff out there to view. This here shows like different stuff. People, if I go to art view, this kind of shows the different things that people built that Jason gave credit to.
Cool.
There's all kinds of things.
It looks cool.
Oh shit!
What's Jason's YouTube name?
I don't think he doesn't do videos on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
But he goes by Jason Price. Real nice guy. He's a Canadian.
Okay.
He's a real nice guy to talk to, and that he's always helping me out with Minecraft there.
Cool.
It's amazing what some of the people have come up with when they built. Someone had to have built some of the stuff by hand there.
I thought it's all built by hand, isn't it?
No. This here he imported the file image schematic in, and then the computer generated it. But someone had to have built this by hand at least once.
Okay. So there's files where you can collect things and then bring them into your game, right?
Yeah, but I don't have the authority for that.
Right. You have to be the owner of the server.
Or administrator.
Right, administrator.
Otherwise, I was gonna have a giant picture, and he wasn't gonna do this because it's a pain in the ass if it's not in a special realm or anything. But down here, I was gonna put in that area over there. I was gonna have a giant picture of a gorilla flipping it off for salty there just as a joke. But you can't take it out. It's a pain in the ass to take it out. But I put this these signs up here for our bridge here because I donated all the heads, so may my mini deaths not be in vain. Thomas said I went on a murder. Oh, then he put this sign on here for the Tourist Sandy Freeway project. There, it's your tax dollars at work. But like all these heads here are ones I've collected over there, but we haven't gotten our bounty thing, so I just donated all the heads. They said I asked them if I could line the bridge with heads there. They said, "Oh, that'd be pretty cool." Then they got to look at it. They're like, "Holy shit! How many things did you kill?" I was like, I only killed like
18, 19,000 mobs, and they're like, holy shit, this is Emperor Palpatine didn't even go on that big of a murder streak. Yeah.
That's my dog Romeo telling me that they want to go outside. I'm going to be right back, okay?
Alrighty.
Be right back.
Alright. So yeah, this whole bridge is lined with them. I'm gonna go back to the. I'll demonstrate how these things work. Take these down here. I'm gonna throw a few more of these down. Got one right there because I'm always killing things. Ooh. I know. Put one right there. And put one right there. Oh, I'll save the other two. Oh. There, I have to empty my inventory here. I want to save that. That one there will be for special occasions. There, so. Oh. Yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna save that one there that has a special punch. I'll save that for the damn warden, but I don't want to deal with him right. I kind of want to show Pop how this Sculpt catalyst works. And if anybody's in the chat there, feel free to talk and all that. Whatever you want to talk about, we can talk about. Apparently that was too far away. Let's see if we can get this back. Oh, I know what I need. I keep forgetting it. when I'm down there, I'm gonna need more sandstone. I finally found a use for this damn sandstone. Like, I got so much of it, I don't feel like making a separate floor for it. So, maybe the next time I do one of these streams, I'll make a coral wreath, which means I gotta go mining for some more coral. Ooh, yeah, message. Yeah, I killed it. Yeah. Okay, that one's... Yeah. Excuse me. Man, that one snuck up on me.
All right, all right.
Ooh, that's loud.
Sorry, there. That's better, huh? Sorry, I had the mic too close. Oh. Is it cold there tonight?
40 right now.
Oh yeah, that's cold. At least colder than here.
Yeah, that is nothing. I know. Shoot, I lost all that. So I didn't have the right setting. Shoot. Oh well. Nah, 40. That's actually pretty warm. Warm for this time of year.
Well, right where I used to live, it would get down to like 18, 19, 20. So, but I know you said it gets negative degrees and all that crap there. That's pretty bad. When is the coldest season? Like February, January, February?
January.
Do you guys ever have so much ice that they just close all the roads and say everybody needs to stay home, everything's closed?
Between Swift and Aco, no, no. And I fly. I swear to God, I got this from an ex-state trooper. I swear to God, this is from a state trooper. I asked him, why don't they ever close the roads before all the accidents start happening? And he said they get calls from they talk to the people at like Swift and ACO and all that, and they want to try to at least run until 11 o'clock, blah blah blah. So they don't, because of a couple of big corporations, they won't close the roads. And that is from a state trooper. Or I should say it. An ex-state trooper.
Okay, so it's up to some corporations.
Well, they'll talk about closing the roads and all that, and they'll start talking to like some of the bigger factories around here, like as a heads up, and they'll go, well, we at least will try to. Can you wait till like this time so that because we at least like want to work till like 11 o'clock. So unless it's a major snowstorm, they'll get their advice from factory, from the factory.
I mean, by then it's too late.
Yeah, by that time you already got a couple hundred people in the ditch.
All right, so once again it all comes down to money.
Yeah, pretty much.
Of course. No, when I had a job that sent me, I was in Arkansas, Little Rock for a while. They would just close the whole town down. They would just say, okay, everybody, stock up on food because everything's going to be closed for next week. It was like, oh, that sucks. That's why I didn't stay there.
No, but like if we got a good like 15-incher coming through, all the roads are definitely the roads are going to be closed. If it's going to be blizzard warnings, then for a fact that they are going to close the roads.
Right.
But say if it's like you got like a winter storm warning and it's like 5 to 8 inches, then it's like, oh, they're going to keep the roads open until the accidents start piling up and they can't get to them. They can't get to them in a timely manner.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it doesn't all come down to money, but they're going to get the input there if it's a small storm.
Okay. So
I should have probably phrased that better.
What did you think about that Galileo stream on Tuesday? Pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
I think it was one of our best ever. I really had a good time doing that.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that Jill read the Snoo Stew comment.
Well, okay, I had to ask you, what is Snoo Snoo? What does that mean?
Okay, have you ever seen Futurama?
Long time ago, in the first few seasons, I guess, but I kind of got, I don't know, but I guess no. It's been so many years. I just remember it's got Peggy Bundy on there from the Married Children as the one-eyed girl with red hair. And there's a guy there's a robot named Bender. I remember that, a robot named Bender. But no, I haven't been watching it. So, okay, so what is this?
So anyhow, they get picked up by in the episode there. They get picked up by Zapp Brannigan there, and they ended up crashing onto this Amazonian planet that's full of giant women and all that. It's a totally matriarchal society.
Yeah.
And all the men there, they're sentenced to death, but they get sentenced to death by Snoo Stew. So basically, they're crushed to death by when having sex. Their pelvises get crushed while having sex, and they die from it.
Okay, so it's not because the women are fat; it's because they're giant.
Yeah, they're giant, like in that episode. They're giant, like that monster in that episode.
Gotcha.
It was pretty funny, and they're all excited that they're gonna get laid, but they're gonna die. So they're like, it's really funny.
So might as well go out with a smile on your face, I guess.
Yeah. Then at the end of the episode, they're all smiling and cheering because they got laid, but they all got crushed pelvises. They're all in cast. So Jill understood the Snoo Stew comments though, but it's one of those episodes that is pretty funny.
So I guess they're not only they giant, but they're good looking.
It's cartoon, so it's
Yeah.
animated form.
Are they Amazons?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's what. Was I using the wrong term?
No. It's just that when it comes down to it, it's the old trope of Amazon women on the moon. There was
Okay.
a lot of low budget movies. I'm sure you've seen them, Cat Women of Space and all that. There was a lot of low budget movies in the 50s and 60s where 5 or 6 astronauts would land on a planet and it's dominated by all women. You know, it's an old plot.
Yeah.
A lot of low budget movies.
Yeah, but this was that's the whole point of this. They're all anti men there, and they get their advice from a computer there, and you almost got to watch it. It's freaking hilarious there, and the computer decided about changes their mind about it's a female computer, and the computer changes their mind about men when Bender seduces the computer and gets laid by the computer there.
So let me ask you: did Futurama? Because I know it's made by the same people who make The Simpsons. So my question is: did it get old and tired like The Simpsons did, or no?
Like old and tired.
Well, a lot of people don't watch Simpsons anymore because they said it stinks. They said that the best part is like 10 years ago, and now it's not funny. It's woke, and I'm hearing all
the
this
show
stuff.
the show got canceled. Well, see what happened with
Simpsons finally got canceled.
No, not Simpsons. The problem with the thing with Futurama is
Futurama's been canceled a few times and popped up like on Comedy Channel.
Now it's coming back, but it got canceled for a long time. Well, it got canceled, then they brought it back. Then it got canceled, then they brought it back. Then it got canceled, but they're bringing it back again. So I'll find out if how good it'll be when they bring it back.
Well, let me ask you this: when it comes back, what channel is it going to be on? What service?
I have absolutely no idea. I haven't done anything.
Isn't it owned by Fox, which means Disney Plus?
I have absolutely no idea. They might have sold the rights to it, and that's why it's getting brought back. Is because they sold the rights.
Oh well, that's possible, but I doubt it. If it's owned by Disney Plus or Disney, I don't have much hopes because I mean they're even bringing back X-Men '97, and they're going to ruin that, and that's sad.
I don't think I've seen X-Men 77.
97
or 97.
Wait a minute. You haven't seen the X-Men TV series that was on Fox on Saturday mornings? It had X-Men, and then there was also a Spider-Man series. You didn't see those?
I seen the movies.
Oh no, this was before that. These are the really good cartoons, and if you don't have them, I recommend them. They were like right out of comic books.
All right, it's on the list here.
On the long list.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
was. I've been finding myself watching less and less TV and more just listening to YouTube.
Yeah, same here. But I've been trying to get away from YouTube because it's getting to where I guess I'm running out of things to watch on YouTube. I guess there's not a lot. So, like last night, I spent it was good. Last night, I was actually a whole night without YouTube. I feel like I'm weaning myself off some kind of drug. But I watched, let's see, Chips, The $6 Million Man, the show UFO, and what was another one? It's getting to where I'm just watching classic shows anymore because, it was before they got woke and they got poisoned. Like Gilligan's Island, it was made before the good old days. It was made before it got poisoned with politics. Have you ever heard of the $6 Million Man?
Yeah, but nowadays it'd be the $42 million man due to inflation.
Not only that, but he would be a person of color, and he'd be a transgender, and fighting for equal rights for LGBTQ, URZ, whatever. I just don't want to think about it. I hope they never remake any of that stuff. But give them time because they're running out of stuff to ruin, right?
Well, the $6 million man, I've never seen it, but I don't think it'd be necessarily bad if it was a person of color, But if they're going to be going the whole 9 yards on it, then yeah, that'd be a problem.
Well, I have no problem if it's a person of color either, but the fact is that it won't be just that. It'll also be the politics. That's what I'm saying. A perfect
Yeah.
example is the Quantum Leap reboot and the Doctor Who reboots. Not only are they both POC, but they're gay and they want to they want to promote LGBT. And I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of it. I had nothing against that. I'm just tired of it because I mean honestly, let's face facts. POC people in the U.S. are only 13% of the population, but they're taking up everything we see on television now. And now the LGBTQ are less than 1% of the population, and they're taking up everything we see on TV right now. So that's not right. So that's just basic numbers and basic facts. I mean, come on, show some Asians, show some Latinos. It's now we're living in an era and a day where when you ask people, what movies are you looking forward to that are coming out? None that I can think of, and it was never like that before. But throughout my entire life, you could say, what movies are you looking forward to? And I can list them up. Oh, I can't wait till this comes out, and this comes out, and this comes out. Not anymore. None of it. Nothing. And that's totally sad. It's a dystopian society. Is that a bed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't. It's not night out, so I can't go
to sleep. It looks like a little twin bed. So when you put your character to sleep, does it like refresh your character and help it like regenerate or what?
No, it just takes night to day so that the mobs don't attack you.
They don't attack you while you're asleep?
No. During night, that's when all your like your zombies and your skeletons and that spawn. So
Yeah.
if you do it, but if you go to sleep, then it'll go take it the day and they'll slowly despawn, so you don't get constantly aren't attacked by them.
Right, but what I'm saying is, are they attacking you while you're asleep?
If they're close enough to you.
Does it wake you up, or you just die?
It'll wake you up, but if your health's low enough, you'll die.
Okay, gotcha. LDG, I want to mention in the chat says, "Good night, guys. We'll be listening." Good night, LDG.
Oh, LDG was in the chat
3 minutes ago. I hope he's still there.
Oh, hey there, LDG. I didn't know you were in the chat. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, very cool. LDG is great. And thank you, LDG. Once again, I'll thank you again for that advice on my Gilligan's Island stream. I'll let you know tomorrow if I get a copyright claim. Hopefully not. I'll do my best.
I think what happened during that copyright there is maybe you're going through this stills too fast. It seems like you're repeating every single line that was in the show.
Yeah, right. That's what they were saying. It's almost like I was showing every scene, which I can see that. So that's why I decided to do it like Bird does Twilight Zone, where I'll do it like every 10 seconds or so.
Yeah, and that's what I've been doing on my streams.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say in 10 frames and not read all the subtitles. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, that's about there because if people want to see the subtitles, they might as well like every line there. They just watch the show. But if we just talk about what we like and like to show the different and talk about the different stuff there, like when I go, hey, I got a question about this, do it that way. That way we're adding something new and it's not we don't risk the using the lines as a copyright. Like if we like a line, like say it, but but we say too many in a row, that might trigger the bot too.
Yeah, that's what we're thinking. And yeah, here's what's funny too is when I first said to LDG and Bird of Prey, I said, oh, by the way, guys, I got a copyright claim. The first thing the Bird said was it CBS? Yeah. So I guess CBS is probably known for that, assholes.
I'll flat out say this, and I'll say this right to the executive's face there, that they're a bunch of assholes when it comes down to the copyright there. The one thing about Disney is they're like, yeah, they will copyright strike stuff, but they don't copyright strike that much stuff, because they know that people do reviews and talk about their stuff there, and they'll generate interest and stuff. But then also they got someone probably on standby all the time going, that they'll be ready to release the copyright strike if the person fights it and gives them good enough reason.
I'm sure, yeah. And CBS is probably like, no, you're not promoting Gilligan's Island. It doesn't need promotion. It's already popular. Everybody's already watching it. There's nothing you can do that's going to help it.
CBS is a bunch of money grabbers.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
And anything I say about CBS, I will proudly say to the so people don't think, oh, you're just saying this thing. No, I'll flat out say it right to the CEO's face too. I'll call him an asshole right to his face.
Right, that multi-million-dollar asshole, right? Us little peon out there that live on the streets, right?
Yeah.
Peasants, I guess. We were pretty much peasants to them.
Ugh. You know, I think this is the longest I've gone without dying for a long time.
Well, that's great. Do you usually die from something attacking you, or like from falling through floors or holes, or what?
You name it, I've died from it.
Now,
No,
these holes that you fall through, why don't you fill them in, or are you not able to?
No, it's usually because I'm down to one bar, like one heart there. I'm
Yeah.
not paying attention. Then I'll fall from like four, like I'll fall from like this high up to the bottom there.
Gotcha.
There's other times where I've been mining and then all of a sudden, like I'd fall off the edge or where I'm looking around and stuff. But I get attacked a lot too because I go exploring and stuff.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I should probably put these away. I don't need them no more. I don't want that one.
Pleasant Valley Picker in the chat says, hi, guys. Hey, PvP. How you doing
Hey,
there?
PvP, how's it going? This is the first time I've seen you on my chat, I believe. Welcome.
Ah, very cool, BVP.
Yeah, if you want up, just let me know in the chat that you're in the backstage. Come up and chat with us. We're chatting about whatever.
Whatever, and him dying in Minecraft.
Yeah, well, I was supposed to be dying, but I haven't died for a while.
Well, PvP says, tried to log in as Pleasant, but wants my other channel real name. Well, it says Pleasant Valley Picker. Is there a different name you go by, PvP?
Yeah, it says PvP. It says Pleasant Valley Picker CA here on our side.
Yeah, I thought. He says, I don't like to channel with real name. Well, I don't blame you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know.
Same
who's
here.
that-
I won't. Yeah, I won't put my real name out there either. I try not to.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I had somebody on one of my streams. It was a comment left on one of my streams after the fact, after the stream was already done. Somebody went back that I didn't even know. I didn't even recognize the name. And they put in a note, and I thought it was interesting. It said, sorry for attacking you. And I was like, what? And they said, sorry, yeah. A few weeks ago, I said a bunch of nasty things about your video, about your dogs, and about you, and I'm sorry about that. And I said, oh, okay, thanks. So it was like, it's nice. Somebody had a guilty conscience, right?
Oh, you cut up here.
I cut out?
Yeah, just for like a second there.
Somebody apologized because they said that they had said some nasty things about me and my dogs on my dog video that shows my poodles. And they were apologizing for it. So I said, oh, okay, thanks. That's nice of you. So that's nice. There's somebody out there with a guilty conscience. And PvP says, yes, my first channel I signed up with had my real name. Oh, yeah, that's not good.
I had my first name there for a while. Then once I started my channel there, everybody was calling me Gorilla, so I started going with that.
What made them start calling you Gorilla?
Oh, I went on a person's pie or on their panel and that. I can't remember who it was now for the love of me, but they were sitting there bitching up a storm about Alex Jones that day, and Alex Jones just happened to be on Tim Pool's podcast like the night or two before, and they're
Yeah.
talking about Ishmael on there, and all of a sudden Alex Jones just starts beating his chest, going, "I am a gorilla." So I set my screen name there to I'm a gorilla just to piss him off there, and he went even on a bigger tangent screaming. So I got then he went on even a bigger fucking thing about that, So I just kept that old. But then I started going on other people's channels there. And I forgot to change that, so my channel name was, or my screen name was, I am a gorilla. There other people, so people were laughing like or another person started bashing out shows and stuff like that. It was like so other people were bashing it, and a couple of people were laughing. So I just left it that way, It's like whatever. You're gonna waste your energy on that, go for it. But anyhow, everybody just started calling me gorilla after that, even though I was just doing it to make a point.
That's cool.
And that's the whole birth of the name.
PvP says, sorry, I'm getting over a coughing fit. I'm getting over a cold, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, he said that's why I can't get free membership on DC Friday nights. My Pleasant name is the wrong kind of account. I'm not worried though. Most times I can log in as Pleasant.
What is DC Friday nights?
I'm guessing Doomcock's Friday Night Frolics.
Okay, that makes sense.
I'm assuming that's what it is.
It probably does. Whenever it mentions DC and then Friday, yeah, who else besides Doomcock? Blazing Belly Picker says, not sure why I can't log in that way on Gorilla. And he says, yes, yeah, it is Doomcock.
I don't care what you set your name as long as you won't get my channel hit.
Same here. And Pleasant Valley BP says FNF, so yeah, probably not products. I used to listen to that faithfully every Friday, and I would listen to it for hours, but I kind of like tune in and out of it now.
I've never gone to Doomcock's channel because I'm right at the point where I'm just keeping up with my subscriptions. I don't want to add another subscription to it.
It's okay, but it goes on for too long for me. 5-6 hours, maybe longer.
Yeah, and I can't sit through there's very few live streams I've sat through that 6 hours. It's like
Yeah.
There's a reason. The longest I've gone for a live stream was 3 hours, and that was watch party plus we were chatting afterwards.
Gotcha. You know what I'm thinking too, Gorilla? You've seen how some people. Oh, and Pleasant PvP says DC does get repetitious, even though fun. Yes, that's another thing. The songs. Yeah, it's getting to where when a certain songs come on, I'm like, oh no, not again, and I'll tune out and I'll come back later. So yeah, I understand PvP. No offense to Doomcock, and I know he's entertaining and what he does, and he obviously is doing the right thing. He's doing a lot better than I am. But yeah, it does get repetitive sometimes.
Yeah, he got in there probably early, when there wasn't that much different streams to go to.
He did. I've been tuning in since the very, very, very beginning. When him and Gary first started, pretty much. Gary from Nerdrotic, who I do not watch anymore. He's now on the dark side. He's on the other side of the park. He joined the evil ones.
That'd be the Phantom Menace.
No, that would be Geeks and Gamers.
Oh, because I thought he was part of the Phantom Menace crew.
There's no official crew called Phantom Menace.
Well, when you hear Phantom Menace, everybody knows there's a bunch of different streamers that come straight to mind. Like Critical Drinker was one of them.
Phantom Menace is pretty much what it is. It's not any particular stations. Nobody calls themselves Phantom Menace. What Phantom Menace is, it is just. I used to consider myself kind of a member of Phantom Menace, but it no longer exists. What Phantom Menace used to be was the few people that held on to the idea that they liked Star Wars and they didn't like the way the Star Wars was being treated, and that's that's in the past. Now we just don't care about Star Wars anymore. We don't even talk about it. So the Phantom Menace is, well, not just Star Wars, but it was a Phantom Menace was about, we were upset about what they were doing to our properties, Star Trek, Star Wars, all that. But nobody mentions the Phantom Menace anymore because we're done with it. We're past and beyond it now because we know that it was a waste of time. It doesn't do any good to complain. That stuff is crap, and it's going to remain crap.
Yeah.
And PvP says, LOL, yes, as much as I enjoy him when he goes to Hank Hill or Elmer Fudd song, I get bored. Yeah. I understand. And by the way, and I'm not no offense to anybody out there or to Doomcock. I do not like the Hank Hill impressions. Oh my God, that sound of the voice. And when they mention propane, I'm out. It's not funny, or at least in my opinion, I don't find it funny. And I tune out. I don't want to hear that stuff. I didn't like the show. I don't like the jokes.
I don't know. I love King of the Hill, but
My mom used to like it when she was alive, but I never got into it. I didn't like it. Yeah. Wasn't it by the makers of Beavis and Butthead, wasn't it?
I don't know, but we joke around with the guy at work with there. We call him Hank Hill there, and we tell him he sells manifold and manifold accessories.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Okay, Hank Hill, he's Hank Hill. He sells propane, and he says he's always saying I sell propane and propane accessories.
Okay.
And there's a guy at work that looks just like he could pass as a Hank Hill there. Yeah, there we joke around with him that he's Hank Hill.
And PvP says, LOL, yes, the propane song bores me. And what would you do with the drunken sailor? And yeah, I can name a few songs that when I hear them, I'm love groaning and what?
I love the Drunken Sailor song by the original singers.
I don't know. I've only heard Doomcock's version, but there's a few songs that are like, I usually tune out. I'm just not into that anymore. I've heard them enough times.
Yeah. I don't understand people who can go 7-8 hours like every week, on the exact same stream, find something to talk.
Well, I give him credit for that. He does find things to talk about. There's a lot of streamers who are on for 6 or 7 hours who don't. They just sit there and expect everybody else to come up with something. So I give Doomcock credit for that.
Yeah.
And PvP says still, when DC does Hank Hill talking about stuffing a crack with caulk, it makes me laugh. Okay, well, that's cool. But that's what I was going to ask you, Gorilla. Here's what I was going to think about earlier. In order to get monetized or to get anywhere on YouTube, apparently, it's something like you have to have 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours of watch time. And I was thinking, well, the only way I'm going to get 4,000 hours of watch time is if I do these streams that are like 8, 12, 24 hours like Jedi Bill does. But I don't know if you think I should do that. I mean, I really don't want to.
Well, you can do them occasionally, every once in a while, but it's one of those that you just got to try to work your way up to get for the people there.
Well, for me to get 4,000 hours, that'll take me years. And that's the reason why a lot of YouTubers like Deej Odyssey and Jedi Bill and all them have those 24 and 48-hour marathons, is to get as much hours in as possible. It's just that, I don't know, I see when people do those, usually the host is usually just sitting there most of the time with nothing to say. And it's like, I don't want to be like that. PvP does say DC has changed it up once in a while, which helps. Yes, he has. He still comes up with new material. Parodies. He usually comes up with song parodies. I don't want to sound like I'm dissing Doomcock. He's a good YouTuber, and I like his channel.
Yeah.
And PvP says, what are the requirements to get a community page? PvP, I don't even have 100 subs. I think my current count is 85. And I was notified by YouTube that I have a community tab a couple weeks ago.
I think they changed that up there.
Yeah,
There.
they did change it up, but I don't know what I did to get it. I don't know what it takes to get one now because
I have a
I don't
channel.
know.
But one thing that LDG recommends is, and I guys get in the habit of doing this, is make your live stream announcements 24 hours ahead of time to give people a chance to click the notification thing and everything.
Which is what I need to start doing because I'm posting mine like a half hour or an hour before I do the stream.
Yeah, because like I noticed that no one was at the watch party today. Usually I have a couple lurkers and stuff at the watch party there. I had nothing today, but also I made it half an hour before the stream.
Okay, I'll start doing that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
So
and I have noticed that with some streams and that if you post it ahead of time, it gives people a chance to hit the notify me button, and then it gives it time to get fed into the algorithm and stuff.
okay. Gorilla, do you have a community tab?
Yeah, but I don't know how to find it.
Well, it's on your. It's easy to find. I found it when you go to your channel on YouTube. You'll see where it says community, and when you click on it, it'll say add a post or a video or whatever. But I haven't really fully
Okay.
understood what the community tab is for.
Making posts, making announcements of future live streams, or to tell people, something came up. My stream is canceled today. Today we had something come up.
Oh, that makes sense.
Like for example, Tim Pool said due to it being Thanksgiving and slow news day, we're taking the day off. There. You guys have a good Thanksgiving. We'll be back whatever day uh, or others use it like some of these people that have multiple channels. They'll use it. They'll cross post their stuff there. Ryan will tell you how many videos he's doing that day of his, and he'll tell you what videos are on.
Okay, so the community tab. Okay, let me. All right, to make this understand. Like sometimes when I go through YouTube to see things, I'll see posts that people make, but they're not actual videos. It's just something they posted. So that's the community.
Yeah, that's the community. It's basically a bulletin board used as a bulletin board
Oh,
board
okay.
for updates, or to say if you got to cancel stream, or you're gonna have, or you're like your rough schedule of what the day will be like.
Right. Okay. Now I feel bad. I should have done that when I canceled my streams last week. So yeah, thank you. I'll start using it. PvP says, what are the requirements to get a community page? I'd like to stream some films on Cosme over holidays and invite folks. I don't have community tab, even though I have 67 subs, he says. He was thinking of Christmas films at the end of December.
Well, one thing you can do is make a short video saying you can have your camera off for this, or you can just have it like pointing it at a random object and go, hey, this is and put your Cosby channel in the description there, but go, hey, we're gonna be watching this film on this date at this time. If you want to come join us, you probably, depending on the film, you might get 1,000 people to look at it. Maybe get like 10 people maybe to come to it.
Oh, that's a good idea. PvP says, I just have lots of music playlists but no video content. You think that might be the reason why, Gorilla?
Why?
He has a music playlist of songs that he likes, but he has no video content. You think that might be the problem?
Okay. Does he post the songs himself?
Okay, we'll see if he answers that, PvP.
Because if he's just making a playlist of songs by other channels, he's not going to get the watch hours for that. And then if he is getting watch hours for it, and there's someone else singing them that owns the channel or owns the rights to it, he might have a ton of copyrights that he doesn't know about. 'Cause that's another thing. A lot of those singers, they don't screw around when they use their music either.
Now, when you say he might have a bunch of copyrights, you mean claims, like I did on mine?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
If he's taking like a music video and playing it himself, there, he might
Yeah.
have the copyright claims. But if he's just putting them in a playlist, he's not going to be getting the watch hours for that because it's not on his channel.
So you think watch hours is probably part of what you need?
For
And he
Or-
just says he does PvP says, "Oh, good idea, Gorilla. Thanks. Yes, I could do a video of films for December."
yeah, and I'd almost do it separately. Go like a day or two ahead of time, going, hey, like say, like for example, I got movies on Sundays there. Go so like maybe on a Friday night or a Saturday morning. Go, hey, on Sunday, November 28th or whatever, we're gonna be watching this movie at this time. If you want to come join us.
Let me ask you a question. Do you get as many viewers on your watch party? Let's see, we're on YouTube, right? Now, I'm not talking about Cosme or how many people are watching your actual movies or shows that you're sharing. Do you get as many people on your viewings or view parties, whatever they're called, as you do like on your reviews? Okay, here's my. I guess I'm going to try to clarify this because you know how I was. I don't know. Do you remember when I was doing Ray Bradbury watch parties?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
There wasn't hardly anybody showing up, but I noticed when I did like live reviews of like TAS, Gilligan's Island, then more people show up, and that's why I stopped doing the reviews or the watch parties.
Well, it depends. It depends on what people are searching for and looking for. Like when I did the Ghostbusters watch party, there, they got 200 damn views. But I did the Toxic Avengers. There's other movies I only get 7 views for. It all depends on what people are looking for and what the algorithm is using for your
All right, so let me
thing.
ask you this: like, let's say the video where you got 200 views. Okay, so they logged into your YouTube channel and they saw that you were showing something they liked. Did those 200 people also go to the Cosme and watch it?
No, this was after live.
That's what I'm
views.
wondering. Okay, so after live, that's my whole point. So if they're coming in after on the rerun, how long do they stick around when they come in and find out you're not actually watching the movie? All they're seeing is just a screen with nobody talking.
Well, that's why I put it in the description that we're watching, or I try to say that we gotta catch this live, But people stick around for 15, 20 minutes, seeing what the hell you're talking about.
No, but that's what I was wondering. So, right, we understand that you can put in the description saying this is only you can only watch this if it's live. So basically, that's what I'm saying is on the rerun, it's not really doesn't do you any good, right?
Well, people will still listen to see what you have to say, and that still counts towards your watch hours.
But what do you have to say during watch parties? People are usually not saying anything. All they're doing is like you every now and then you hear ah ha ha or yeah, did you see that?
No, like today, I had a bunch of stuff I was saying about the show, basically saying why they're portraying all the dads as a bunch of worthless, or I was going after that first episode real bad, Me and Jerb talked quite a bit during the show. Well, not quite a bit. There's some shows we were real quiet, but then there's other shows we got a lot to say.
So does it help if you talk more?
It all depends on what you're watching.
Yeah, because normally, like if I tune into somebody doing a watch party after, and I'm not watching what they're watching, I don't know what they're talking about. Unless they're saying, okay, and this is the scene where the guy walks in the door and the lady stabs him with a knife, that kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know how much detail you have to give out.
Well, that's one of those. Some people they might listen to your live react, and as soon as you say you hit play on the show, they'll hit it play if they got a copy or something of it too.
And well, yeah, they can sync it along with it. And PvP does say, I've noticed lots of folks are doing more stuff on Patreon with subscribers. I just created a Patreon account, PvP, and I'm hoping to sync it and start doing it. I'm not really sure what it's for, but there's somebody out there I'm getting confused. And you got somebody new here, Gorilla. James Turkington in the chat says hello.
Oh, hey there, James Turkman. Welcome in. Son of a bitch, I just blew myself up again.
Sorry about the cuss word, James, but that's Gorilla.
Oh.
He's just dying in Minecraft, so it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I tend to swear a lot, so I'm pretty sure that won't
Right.
bother you.
Right. He's not swearing at you, James. He's swearing at the game. And
Yeah.
PvP says, anyway, I'm thinking of doing a Christmas films watch party on Cosme starting around the 23rd. That'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm just doing 6 weeks of Christmas on Sundays, and then yeah, that's good enough for me.
Are you going to cover the new Christmas Story movie?
Oh hell no! If you're
And
doing, hey, there's a reason behind that
right.
too, because for the Christmas Story there, I was a big fan. We watched the Christmas Story every year for every year. Then I seen, oh, they made a second one. I had no idea.
Well,
Found
that
out why
second one was garbage.
Oh, fuck! About wrecked the first one for me. I was so goddamn pissed with that.
So you haven't seen the first one since you saw the second one?
No, we watch it every year.
Well, but you heard this new one has the original stars.
Yeah, so did the second one.
It had Ralphie and all them in it?
I'm pretty sure it did.
I thought it was a whole new cast.
I'd have to double look. I was so pissed with it that I didn't even bother remembering it.
Well, I can tell you this. The new one, A Christmas Story Christmas, I think is the name. I watched about half of it so far, and it's better than I expected. So I do like that. So
Okay, if you give a high praise,
I was expecting it to be really bad, but it's not as bad as I thought. So,
well, that's
yeah.
that's high praise coming from you. I'll give it a shot.
I would say please do.
Yeah,
I haven't watched the whole thing yet. I've watched maybe 20 minutes of it, but what I've seen so far, like I said, it's better than I expected.
yeah. If you're praising a new show or give a show that saying a new show is better than you expected, then I guess it's worth a shot.
Yeah, there's not a lot of those. PvP says the thing with Patreon is no copy crap. And he says, I love Christmas. No copy crap. So, well PvP, please tell us more. Does that mean I can show like movies on stuff and I don't get copyright stricken? I mean, I don't know how they get away with that. But I know Patreon's popular. Everybody uses it. I know that. That's why I'm trying to get into it.
Oh, like if you show it, I think what he's talking about is like if you show it, like Patreon doesn't do copyright strikes. I'm thinking what he's meaning.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. How do you get away with that? Because that seems like, I mean,
Cosby doesn't give me a copyright strike when I show a movie on them. They don't give a shit.
Oh, really?
They're just
maybe
because they flat out say we just host whatever people put up. It's not our problem if it's a copyright material, you know. Versus YouTube wants to be a publisher.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Well, because YouTube wants to own whatever you're putting out. So let me ask you this: which one did you say again just a minute ago that doesn't?
That doesn't what?
Strike you.
Oh, Cosby. They just host the stuff for you.
Well, yeah. Well, Cosby, right? Well, also because Cosby's overseas. But what I'm wondering is how do they get away with it in the U.S.? And Thomas Potts says hello in the chat. Hello, Thomas Potts.
Hey there, Thomas. They flat out say they just host the stuff. They're not publishing or nothing. You know, they just host the servers. They're not putting up anything. They have nothing to do with it. They just host it.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. Okay, if that's the case, then let's say CBS comes along and they don't like what I'm doing. They have to they have to contact me directly because Cosby or whatever service doesn't have like a copyright string department. Like the way it is now with YouTube, I'll give you an example. CBS doesn't like what I'm doing. They contact YouTube and say copyright claim. YouTube contacts me and say copyright claim. So you're saying that those other channels, they don't have a thing in place to where CBS can contact them and say copyright claim?
It'd be different. YouTube wants to act like it's a publisher, but claim they're not a publisher. They just host the stuff. Their versus Cosby flat out go, hey, there.
Well, yeah. No, wait. Let's stop talking about Cosby. Cosby's overseas.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the companies that are here in the U.S.
Yeah.
Right, Patreon and Twitch, and Odyssey. I'm talking about those.
Yeah.
He said right because Cosme's an overseas. It's like the Pirate Bay, you know. It's like the Pirate Bay or one of those pirate sites. So, yeah, that's why Cosme allows us to do whatever. But I'm talking about being allowed to show things on the sites that are contained within the U.S. is what I'm talking about. And PvP said that Patreon allows you to do it. And I'm wondering how they get away with it because they were in the U.S. Thomas Potts says hello. For your information, I won't be on Minecraft Saturday. I have to work all weekend, says Thomas Potts.
Oh, that sucks.
And PvP says, hey guys, favorite Christmas film. Every year I watch National Lampoon Christmas, he says. No arguments here. I love that movie too.
I've been watching It's a Wonderful Life every year and A Christmas Story. My kid really likes Home Alone as a Christmas movie.
Kids do. That's normal.
Hey, can you guess what his favorite line from the first movie is?
Well, I've only seen the first one, and it was years ago. But I can't remember the line, but when the kid says it, what the gangster says, "I'll fill you full of lead," or
No.
whatever.
When he slides out the attic window into the treehouse there, then he yells up at Marvin Harry, "Come and give me your big horse's ass!"
Oh well, that's what triggers. Your kid likes it because he gets to say "ass."
Well, it probably didn't help that he encouraged him, but that's a different song.
Oh, well, as long as he doesn't go around every day using the F word every here and there, I guess.
Yeah.
And PvP said the one Chevy Chase film I love. I guess that's the only one for PvP. By the way, PvP, I don't know if you know it or not, but the grandma in Christmas Vacation, the one that that brings the cat that's wrapped in the box, and I think her hair gets set on fire or something. No, the grandma, but she says, "Everybody say grace." I don't know if you know PvP, but she was the original voice of Betty Boop.
It's Betty Boop. I thought it was Betty Bop.
Oh no, it was Betty Boop. B-O-O-P. B-O-O-P.
Okay.
And Thomas Potts says, what you want to know what sucks more? I don't have a day off until December 2nd. I'm on day 4 of 12 straight days of work. Wow, I hope you get overtime, double time, and all that, Thomas.
Well, Thomas, I worked 12-hour shifts 4 months in a row, then got 1 day off and worked another three months in a row. 12-hour shifts there, so I know how that feels.
Did you make a lot of money?
Oh yeah, shit ton.
I know it's good to get overtime, but usually when you do, the IRS takes a big chunk.
Oh yeah,
but here's what's stupid is I used to be a tax. I want to mention this. When I got out of the Air Force, I went to work for the IRS, and I was a tax examiner for a while. And what's sad is when people work overtime, the reason why the IRS hates it is they're trying to punish the company, saying, "Look, if you got extra work, you need to hire more people instead of working these people into the ground." But what do? They punish us who do the hard work, who work the overtime, instead of the company itself. So that's the reason. That's their reasoning for taking a lot more taxes out when you work overtime, which is total BS. Don't blame us. Don't blame us, the workers. Blame the company.
I don't know. My paychecks were almost double what I'd normally make.
Right, but excuse me. But I remember after you working overtime, I think you only make a half or maybe 3/4 of your wage. It's not worth it. Your taxes are way up. PvP says others are Wonderful Life, Miracle on 47th Street, Christmas Story. Yeah, the original Miracle on 47th Street with Natalie Wood. I agree.
I haven't seen that.
I have, and it's been many, many years. It's a good one. Natalie Wood is a little kid. PvP also says, yes, the more I work, the more they take in deduction. Yeah, see, that's the BS about it, because you're the one doing the hard work, working the extra hours, taking time away from your family. And who does IRS punish? You and not your employer. And that's why the employers do it, because they can get away with it, because they know, well, I'm not going to be blamed. If anything, they'll blame my employees. So you get double screwed. You're doing the hard work and paying more in taxes.
Yeah.
And take it from somebody who works at the IRS.
Yeah. Oh, Thomas, before I forget here, I learned something about the warden. there. He can barely walk while he's in lava. And that big sonic screech that he produces only goes out about 20 blocks if you can hit him further away with a bow and arrow. That works really well. And he only spawns if the skulk screechers and the clickers, they're the motion sensors, are replaced. So if you take those out, he won't spawn.
That's
So
interesting.
next time we go into the deep dark there look for the ancient city. If you can take those out fast enough, the warden won't spawn.
Very cool. PvP in the chat says, yes, Natalie Wood is amazing in that. One of the best child actor films ever. She was beautiful, wonderful, excellent voice. Tragic the way she died.
How did she die?
Officially or in real life or in reality?
Oh, I'm guessing it's a drug overdose and it covered up.
No. What happened was her and her husband, Robert Wagner, were on a boat in the LA area with the actor Christopher Walken. You know who he is, right?
Yeah.
Well, the reason why he was on the boat was because at the time, Natalie Wood and Christopher Walken were making a movie called Brainstorm, which I have her last movie. Anyway, supposedly, Natalie Wood and her husband, Robert Wagner, got in an argument. And this is what the press said, is they got in an argument, and she went and put on a heavy jacket down. You know what I'm talking about? Those big fat jackets that are full of feathers. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
According to them, by the way, she had a fear of water. But according to them, she got too drunk, dressed herself in a bunch of heavy clothes, and fell off the boat. And the two guys in the boat, nobody noticed for hours. And by the time they found out, she was drowned and dead. I think in reality, her husband, Robert Wagner, killed her. I think it was a dispute because people behind the scenes came through saying that her husband was convinced that she was having an affair with Christopher Walken. And then when they were drinking that night, got drunk, and Christopher Walken and Robert Wagner got in a fight, an argument over Natalie Wood. And she said, you guys can do a pissing contest and I'm out of here. But they're guessing that she was pushed off of the boat because she had a fear of water. She wouldn't even go near the edge of the boat. But somehow she ended up drowned. And PvP says her performance is perfect. She drowned. Brainstorm was a pretty good film. Yes, it was. Yes. And that was one of the few times that you can see Louise Fletcher as a good guy, which she's having a great movie. That movie predicted VR, which I have a VR headset now, my Oculus. Yeah, it's about VR where they're scientists and they're making a VR system that you put on your head and it looks realistic. And she died while making the movie, and they had to complete it without her, unfortunately. She was beautiful. It's too bad.
Well, she's so scared of water. Why did she even get on the boat?
Well, she got on the boat because as long as she stayed in the boat, but she wasn't. She had, I guess, her fear wasn't that bad, where she couldn't even come near a big, But she was able to get on the at least on the boat and stay inside the boat. But it's very suspicious. To be exact, what they said was that she went up topside while the two guys were down inside the boat. This was a yacht. And she went up topside on the top of the boat and got into a little dinghy boat and took off in a little boat by herself and somehow drowned, is what they're saying. And none of that makes sense. None of it makes sense.
No.
Because of her fear of water. But, I'm speculating. I wasn't there. But here's what, by the way, here's what happened too. Here's the power of the press. When the press and the police and everybody went to interview her husband, Robert Wagner, he was a big famous star. He's like, I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm going into enough tragedy right now. They said, and you know what they said? Okay, sir, we'll let you go. And then years later, okay, this was like late 80s, early 90s when this happened. Years later, like 5 years ago, her sister came forward and said, yeah, she was definitely killed. You guys need to go back and reinvestigate. The police went back to Robert Wagner because he's still alive because he was in those horrible Austin Powers movies. Anyway, they went back to him and said, we want to ask questions about Natalie Wood's death 20 years ago. And you know what he said? I'm not going to talk about it. It's been 20 years and it's in my past. And they said, okay, sir, see you later. Oh. I hate to have the privilege just get away with everything. Hello, Alec Baldwin. Great. PvP says, I hate the conjecture. Circumstances seem odd. Still, I was not there, and the authorities are never pressed charges. Yeah. That's not conjecture, PvP. That's what I mean. I don't want to speculate either. I wasn't there either, but it's one of those where, and I'm not a detective, but it doesn't make sense. The pieces just don't line up. Very
Yeah,
suspicious.
yeah, but with the guys refusing to talk and all that, how much they're how much are you get how hard they make it almost impossible to investigate something from 20 years prior with no cooperation at all.
Well, the difference is if you're a rich person, you can say go away, and the cops go away. If it was any of us, they'd say, "Oh, you don't want to talk? Oh, we'll come down, and we're going to keep you in the interrogation chamber until you do talk."
Yeah, but as
But
soon as you
they
ask
won't
for
do that with the celebrities.
yeah, the person got to know to ask for a lawyer though.
Well, that's the
They
whole
don't
thing.
tell
They
you.
can afford, right? They can afford good lawyers that gets them out of it exactly, which makes
No,
them look
but
more guilty.
well, most people don't know to ask for or to demand a lawyer.
Yeah, but if you do, you get a public defender, which means you're dead because they do nothing for you.
I don't know. I had a public defender that was pretty good.
Well, then you were very lucky. But normally, a public defender are lawyers who failed at their public defender or their own businesses, and that's why they decided to take a job for the county as a public defender. So they're like a C grade lawyer, is what they are, and usually they're because they failed. They're not able to survive on their own. PvP says anything anyway. Nothing will help Natalie. That's so true. I'm just glad we have our films that we can love. Yeah, yeah, I agree. It's tragic. It's too bad. And she was not having an affair with Christopher Walken. It's BS. And especially to put herself in all that heavy clothing and just go on that little tiny dinghy boat by herself in the middle of the night. It doesn't make sense. I think it was Castaic Lake. It was one of those lakes there by L.A. It's just I guess my point is I don't like how the system favors celebrities and rich people. They get away with literally get away with murder, and I hate that.
Oh, it's always been like that though.
It always has and always will. But I don't want to get your channel stricken either. So, and let's keep this positive. She made some wonderful movies, and she had an excellent voice. But she was very beautiful.
Oh, really? Shoot, it's almost one.
Yeah, you might want to cut this short here pretty soon.
No, I don't have to work in the morning.
Ooh, nice to have the day off. And I am going to work tomorrow because for me, what I do, tomorrow is going to be really busy and lucrative, so I'll be there. And PvP says, sadly, the elites get privilege, yes.
Yeah.
Us peon peasants down here get the shaft. And PvP says, I try to be positive in life. So do I, PvP. I mean, PvP, there's no other way, right? I mean, if you're not positive, how are you going to make it? There are people that live their life every day depressed, and I don't want to live like that. I mean, I've got problems like everybody else, but I'm not going to dwell on them all the time.
Oh.
It reminds me of when I was a teacher, and I was a teacher, and then I started installing internet, and then teaching web use and internet and how to make a web page, all this kind of garbage. Anyway. And Leslie, she was very sweet. Leslie, this other lady we worked with, and you can always tell that she was a energy vampire is the term, I guess, because you have a room where everybody's in there and they're all happy and jovial. You're like, "Hey, Fred, how you doing? I'm doing great. How are you? I'm doing fantastic. Hey, Tom, how are you? Great, great. How was your night?" And Leslie would come in and say, "Leslie, how are you doing?" "Oh, well, my back was hurting last night, and I just came back from the doctor, and I found out I have loose puss, and and on and and everybody's like, oh no, and that's why they call them energy vampires. They immediately drain all the joviality and joy out of the room, and they just want to spread misery and talk about their ails, and it's like, I don't like being around people like that. Not fun. And BBP says my work got cut again today to 6. Oh, only 16 hours a week. I have been getting my eBay going the past month, which helps. Oh, eBay's gonna. So PBB's gonna be selling stuff on eBay.
Well, that could be lucrative if you can find the deals on stuff to resell.
Yeah, what are you selling, PBP? I'll be right back.
Oh. I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to see me sort out the chest. But I'll do that in the morning. Oh. I let Thomas know where I logged off. I might find myself wrapped in a Obsidian in the morning. Oh, so that's where the picker part comes. Okay. So do you go around to different like storage stuff then? Do I know, or you're more of the auctioneer guy?
Okay, I'm back.
All right.
What happened? Did you quit the game?
Yeah, I'm calling a night on the game there.
Oh, that's understandable.
And I did die once.
Have you read PvP's comments?
Yeah, except this latest one.
If you've seen American Pickers, that gives you an idea. I buy stuff cheap and sell it on market value. I haven't seen American Pickers, but that does make sense.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen it.
American Pickers, I think it's a TV show.
Yeah, they go around to that. Like they'll see like a person with a bunch of junk in their yard, or they'll see a big old shed, and then they'll go in and they'll ask the person they can search through it. They find stuff there, then they buy it on there real cheap.
And take advantage of the people who don't know better, I guess, right? Oh, might as well. If it works.
Well, I can't. They'll give them better price than the people at the but they're real nitpicky at what they find.
Right, but no, that totally makes sense. I understand, but I can't handle those reality shows where 95% of it is somebody standing there just talking to the camera, staring at the camera. Just thinking about it boils my blood. I can't stand those shows.
Yeah.
And PvP says, yeah, I go to charity shops and yard sales. Yep, that's the way to do it. Or, you know what, PvP, another good idea is estate sales. Estate sales, where they're like selling all of grandma or grandpa's stuff who died, and they don't know what stuff is. They just pull it out on tables and stuff and sell everything to get rid of it. Because grandma and grandpa usually do a lot better, but they're dead now. So, yeah, try estate sales.
Yeah. But it's 1:00 in the morning.
Yep.
And I got to be up at 6 to put my turkey on.
Yep, get that turkey cooked, and I appreciate it. I wish I could be there. It sounds yummy, but oh well, right?
Don't worry, I'll make some shorts for you.
Yeah, please do. I want to see what it looks like. PvP says, well, they often give folks a good price, but make a living selling it to collectors. So that means they don't give the people what it's actually worth. But that's part of doing business, so I understand. And PvP says, yes, Pop, estate sales can be good. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Gorilla, for having me on here.
Yeah. Well, that's one of those I seen them give what was it, like $200 for an old 1800s railroad lantern and stuff.
Well, that's the kind of stuff that can be worth money because some collectors will pay a lot of money for it.
And people can haggle and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for being here. I don't want to keep you on any longer, and
Yeah,
have a
l-
great night. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So yeah.
PvP, good to see you. Thanks for coming and chatting with us. I appreciate it. Also,
Yeah.
who else is here?
Yeah. So
James Turkington.
So yeah, Pleasant Valley Pickers there. Go see. He has apparently a big list of apparently good songs. If you're looking for new artists or something, that might be the place to go check it out. Here, I'm gonna see if the
Yeah.
other guy, that doesn't look like he has much. He has no videos. Thank you, James, for coming and
And
listening to
Thomas
us there.
Potts. Thank you, Thomas.
Yeah,
Thomas
and
Potts says good night.
yeah, thank you, Thomas. Check out his channel there if you want. If you want to see some of Bird of Prey's best rants, Thomas clip or some of, Thomas has a bunch of Bird of Prey's clip stuff or some of his best crashes, some of his cool Minecraft builds and different places he's visited. So make sure to check that out.
Very cool.
LTG was here. If you ever
Yes.
need IT help or he's helped me with the copyright stuff or helped me, which I got to talk to him about making a thumbnail for my birthday stream. But
Well, LDG also has a lot of good and enjoyable things to listen to. I don't want people to think that we only send them there to put him to work.
yeah, but he has his unstrikeable streams every day. They're always fun, but you gotta catch those live. But also, if you need to talk to him or anything, he's at freethenet.org/underground. He's always back there. So is Yvette. Let's see. We got.
And BBB says, good to talk to you both. We'll be on this weekend. Very cool.
Yep. So you want to talk about your channel?
Oh, well, I have a channel on YouTube and Twitch and a few others where I do, I'll make this quick. Star Trek, the animated series reviews on Monday. I'm on Anti-Derivative Steel's channel on Tuesday doing Star Trek, the original series. And Wednesday doing Gilligan's Island reviews with Gorilla Random Thoughts here. And I do random rumblings from the lab streams where I have open mic, open panel where people are welcome to come on and just talk about whatever they want to. Thank you, Gorilla.
Yeah. Everybody, next stream, let's say do another one of these here will be Babylon 5 on Saturday nights at 6:00. Then on Sunday we are watching Ernest Saves Christmas. So come enjoy the movie with us as we live react to them.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
And looks like Pleasant Valley Picker says listen to Emil and the Sniffers, Aussie punk band, fun videos and songs. LOL, you like 70s punk.
Okay.
But you guys have a good night and remember to be a gorilla.
And happy Turkey Day.